Las Vegas Discount.net's the best there is. Save up to 50% on your next Vegas trip. And travel, rental, shows, and tours. Find the deals you're looking for. Las Vegas Discount.net. Las Vegas Discount.net. If you're going to Vegas for deals that are the best, visit Las Vegas Discount.net.
FightNetRadio.com with Andrew and Lee, talking boxing, combat, sports, comedy, football, and everything kick-ass. All on FightNetRadio.com. Fight Net Radio!
Hola, soy Julio César Chávez.
That's lights out, baby. Lights out all day.
This is Sugar Ray Leonard, and you listen to Fight Net Radio.
I mean, this is ridiculous. It's a radio show. It ain't a one-hour television spectacular.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
We gon' know. I got eyes and ears everywhere. I got friends all over the world, man.
Who gives a shit with White? He's a piece of crap.
With a tear in my eye.
This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fight Net Radio. Lee Honish, Andrew Labouche, no Will, no Raimundo, no Fight Fiend Miggs, no Luis, no nothing. It's just old school. It's me and Andrew for you guys. Just the way it should be. Well, okay. It's because nobody else was available. I'm just being honest. Welcome, everybody.
Who the hell's Luis?
Luis is our shooter, man. We sent him to Thompson last night to Peter Petrov, so we'll have this week on Fight Net. We have a shooter. We have a real shooter. He's a real photographer, no doubt.
Very nice.
He's
welcome.
We have a staff of like 5 people. I keep you involved on the emails.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to text and an email. Trust me, it's in there. The reason I bring that up is because technically I know you don't care about those things. As long as we're not paying him money, I don't think you care.
Paying the money? What the hell?
Which is hilarious.
Is that who took the picture of Canelo, or did Raimundo take the picture?
No, that's ringside with Raimundo. Do you want to even cover where he screwed up in that whole shoot? Because I covered it on ringside with Raimundo. We did a Friday show with him. I thought he screwed up because Ryan Garcia's story broke. And he followed Ryan in, and Ryan walked over to ES News, right, and started to give the details. And Raimundo instead became a stalker and followed Ryan Garcia around instead of staying with his team and breaking that story, which I thought was hilarious. Like, he literally could have stuck with the story and could have broke that story.
Nah, I hear you.
But he didn't. So we'll cover all that. First and foremost, go to Fight Net Radio. Fight Net Radio is your online home for all things boxing, fighting, and whatever. Mostly boxing, 99% boxing. I do cover other sports. We'll be working on that in the future now that we have a team. Still can't find anybody to do MMA with, Andrew. As hard as I try, flaky crowd, I am telling you. From here, you can click on the Facebook link, which will take you to our Facebook home. Here is the latest installment right on the center of that page, Andrew. It is from our man, Fight Fiend Miggs, Miguel, our newest addition to the team. He interviewed Jorge Capetillo right outside of the TMT event. He was trying to stalk. I sent him after Leonard Ellerby. He goes, I got it all set up. He was going to meet me after the fight, and then the dude disappeared. I said, welcome to the world of the Mayweather team. They are the most elusive people to get interviews and sound clips from. But he did come back with a full 5 or 6 minutes from Jorge Capetillo and talking about the cut on Tyson Fury. I have not put it through the channels yet and sent it out, but I will be doing that this week. So if you want an exclusive drop on that, I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to take the audio and put it on this week's show. I still want people to go over to click, like, and follow the Facebook page. So right now there is exclusive content on Fight Net Radio on Facebook with
Question
Capetillo.
for you, Lee. Fuck that. Is Capetillo getting too much credit for the fight that was never going to be stopped?
I don't know if he's necessarily getting too much credit for the fight that wasn't stopped. I thought he did a good job of making it look like his eyeball wasn't falling out of his head. I mean, it's a 50-stitch cut. So it's
Lee, I mean, his whole fucking eyebrow is slashed open. I mean, I didn't what am I missing here? You know what I mean? Like, was there any it just seems like a win-win for him. Like he's not getting this answer wrong, right? But everyone needs to tone it down just a little because Tyson Fury, his whole eyebrow was cut the fuck open.
I agree. I don't know whether or not he's getting the credit he deserves or not, right?
I just found it funny. There was one round where the fucking Vaseline just fell out of his eye. Did you catch that?
Oh, that happened many times. Right? That happened many, many times. I was there. I couldn't believe it. Like, you could see it, like, chunk out like his eyeball was dropping on him.
They were packing that stuff in, man. Good job, but I found it funny how much everyone's like, oh man, he's like the new cut man of the year. It's like, come on, calm it down.
No, he's not the cut man of the year.
I could see if he was doing that on someone that they were going to stop the fight. Tyson Fury, that fight was never going to get stopped. So I don't know.
I agree with that. Bob would have never allowed that. Also, Ringside with Raimundo, we have a brand new episode up, about 19 minutes with the Little Devil, talking about the Canelo Kovalev press conference that he covered. We also have the photos I have 24 minutes of weigh-in photos and video from the TMT fight. Miguel was very excited to be on the staff. I try not to.
So we have a Miguel and a Luis.
We have a Miguel, a Luis, a Raimundo, a Guillermo. Dude, I feel very white on this team. I said it after the Luis and Miguel thing. I feel very white. And of course, we have complete coverage, believe it or not, of the Canelo Kovalev press conference, thanks to Raimundo. So how
do you say Lee in Spanish?
E. I guess you dropped the L, right?
So I'm Andres, so I'll just switch my name to Andres, bro, and I'm good. See how I slid right in that group? Now, what are you going to do?
Well, no, I could go by my real first name, which is Frank, right? And drop it to Francis.
There you go.
Right? I don't think Lee translate because the L would become like a Y, right? So it'd be E. Hey, E, what's up? Should I be walking around?
He still sound white.
Doing and dropping easy E quotes all the time?
Yeah.
Because the boys in the hood.
Hey, there's that white rapper, G-Eazy. You could be like him.
First and foremost, to you regular listeners, we still do this podcast for you, even though it seems we put a ton of content out on the channels. I want to say this about last week's show as the producer of this show. Yeah, I know the sound sucks. It sucks balls. I'll fix it. Okay? I didn't know it sucks balls because you don't know it sucks balls till after you're done. And then we recorded 2 hours and we watched football. So I wasn't going to go back and re-record it. So I apologize. The audio from last week's show sucked balls. Okay? The show's free. Everybody calm down. Like, I got a Sam Navajaro. Do you know that if I wasn't like yeah, I get it. I couldn't listen to it. It sucked balls.
Yeah, I heard the same thing.
It sucked balls. I apologize. I'll fix it. I know what to take next time. I know that we need earpieces. I get it. I'm going to be out there next Sunday. It's not going to happen again. I'm going to actually take a boom mic and I'm spending a lot of effort to make sure you guys have good audio. Nice. A lot. I digress. I also make sure you have good content. You can go see the full Ryan Garcia meltdown press conference bullshit thing that is on our page. I just love that. if you have not seen it, I highly recommend me giving shit to Otto Wallen and his team from last week. It's still the best interview with Otto. And as I predicted, Otto is officially irrelevant, so he can go back to being the king of Sweden. 4 or 5 videos from the Oscar de la Hoya press conference. I highly recommend the third one, which is what I call the screw-up video. This is literally my favorite video. This is the arrival of Ryan Garcia. Watch. I'll do the play-by-play, Andrew. He's walking in. Oh, Ryan, I just signed $1 million. Hey, Ellie, let me break a story for you. I'm rich. I'm happy. Blah, blah, blah. I talk shit. I pulled a full Antonio Brown. I got paid. This man got it all done for me. I don't know who he really is, but he got it done for me. I blow him. I blow him a lot. I blow him all the time.
Hey.
Now this is where he screwed up right here. At the end of this clip, watch, it's just like the Zapruder. It's like watching the Kennedy Zapruder film, bro. Back and to the left. Right here, he's like, okay, I blow this, man. I'm going to take off, but my dad's going to tell you all about it. Right there, right? So this is where you stay with the story. I did this to Raimundo as well 3 times because I had internet issues, so he got a little tired of me telling him he screwed up on this video 3 times. But right here is where you stay with the story. Just follow this dude in, and he's going to give you the details. Now, here's the part I'm pissed off about. In real time, while this is happening, we would have been the first person to break this story. I would have had this video. I would have gone to the trouble. I would have broke it all over the internet. Instead, what does Raimundo do? Stay here with the story where this guy's about to give out the details of the entire contract. Watch what he does. Nope, I'm going to follow Ryan Garcia. What are you doing, bro? Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going, Raimundo? Where are you going? You're following him around now. He's not saying anything. He's kissing babies and shaking hands and pulling out $100 bills. Like, you're not even doing a commentary about the fact that he wore a warm-up suit to a fucking press conference. He did when we did the play-by-play. Dude, he's wearing workout shorts and a workout top to a press conference. Canelo's in a $5,000 suit. Kovalev dressed like he was going to the Whiskey A Go-Go after the event, but, because he's just getting paid. Kovalev's just getting paid. I'm convinced at this point Kovalev has already been told you're going to lose this fight. So just take your $12 million and shut the fuck up.
He's got a very good size advantage on Canelo. We'll see how that plays out. He has a good power right hand, straight right. You listen, the guys that are trying to knock people for saying, oh, if you're just saying Canelo's going to beat him with the body punch, you don't know shit about boxing. I think that's foolish. I think we have enough video on Kovalev being hurt numerous times to the body, being stopped to the body. He just does not like body. He doesn't like body shots, and even Andre Ward said that in his last fight. So it's foolish for people to say that. We all know that's what fucking Canelo's gunning for. He's one of the best power combination punchers in the sport, if not the best. And his body attack is second to none. He's one of the best at that. I don't know how Kovalev stands up for 12 rounds unless Canelo doesn't take his power to light heavyweight. This is a very hard test. Yes, Kovalev's older, but we're talking really 2 divisions here. Size difference is obvious. You see these 2 that Kovalev's going to be the bigger man that night. So I'm real interested in this fight. I don't know where it leads. Now you got Canelo saying he doesn't want to fight Triple G. I don't know if we're talking about that later, but it's a real weird fight on where it goes for Saul. Is this a one-time thing, and then he's coming back to, I believe he's going to be 168. I don't see him going all the way to middleweight. He says he wants to. I don't see it happening. Real fast and then we'll move on the Ryan Garcia. Lee, I thought it was hella douchey when he said, oh, yeah, I just signed like the biggest contract a prospect's ever signed. I mean, dude, This kid is so fucking full of himself, I swear. Like, I don't even trust, Was it all a show? Did they have that all planned? Or is Oscar and them working with him only because his market did go up a little this week? He made it He made it. He went viral with this little feud he had with Oscar. His first opponent is this Duno guy. Whatever. Dude didn't look that special. I don't know what the big thing is on this matchup. There must be a history from their amateurs, or what? What am I missing here with Duno?
You're not missing anything with Duno,
right? They're making it out like he's the champ of the division, or like Ryan Garcia is really stepping up in this match, and whatever. So we'll see what happens. I wouldn't trust Oscar, though. I wouldn't trust the boxing, the politics in boxing. What Ryan did to me is there's red flags all over that. And I think Oscar and them are going to be watching him. I think they're not going to be babying this kid anymore. No reason to. He'll turn on you. Man, I'm telling you guys, he turned on him for $50,000. What's going to happen when you start giving this guy millions of dollars? There's a little baby Floyd in the making now.
That's a good hot take, Andrew. I'm proud of you.
No, I just see it as red flags, Lee. I don't know. If I was Oscar and them, you throw this kid in the fire, you see if he's the man or if he's not, because he's demanding money like he's the man. All right, well, let's do it then. You know what I mean? Yeah, Oscar is the worst guy you want to try to test you, because Oscar will test you, bro. Go ask Rocky Warriors how that goes for him. Shit. 6 world title fights like in a row, 6 world title shots like in a row or something like that. I mean, Oscar will fucking do it to you. Top Rank will. But see, why they get away with it is because they get the best fighters in the world. When Top Rank comes knocking at your door, you better believe that company thinks you're one of the best prospects in the world. And that's why they throw these guys in the fire. They respond with being great, and they make a lot of money doing this. Oscar went in that fire. He won. So now it's going to be Ryan Garcia's time, and I don't think he's ready.
I agree. So we'll see. We'll see what he does and move him up to different levels of competition. Go check out all our exclusive content on our Facebook page, on our fight. All you have to do is just type in. It's really not hard. Type in Fight Net Radio. We are everywhere. All right, let's start getting to our stories. First and foremost, let's start off with Alfredo Angulo shocking Peter Cullen. Well, it fucks up my fantasy, Andrew. My fantasy picks.
You were doing good, Lee.
I know.
You're on point.
I was. I told you it was a one and done. I just wanted to. As long as I beat you, I'm gonna.
Oh no, it ain't one and done, buddy. You're doing it all. We got 9 more weeks. We got 9 more weeks. We gotta stay, Lee. We gotta. Hey, who knows? Maybe Fight Net takes it at the very end.
The only reason I'm still in it is because there's actual boxers, and look, I think I can get them to start talking trash, and I think it makes for an interesting segment on the show to talk trash about beating boxers at picking fights, and I'm okay at it. I'm not great. I'm much better at the bigger fights because I can look at the betting lines, but this is...
It's hard, I know. Picking show box fights, what the hell?
Let's start off with Jake Donovan and Boxing Scene. Andrew, what do we think about Boxing Scene?
Fuck BoxingScene.com, Lee.
This
is why, actually, I want to tell Raymundo on air, this is why Leonard Ellerby won't talk to you. This is why he's missing.
No, that would be Miguel. Miguel tried to get
Miguel. Okay. This is why I wouldn't even talk to those men, because they all lie. They just lie. You want to get the trainers. You know what I'm saying? These are guys that won't lie. When they get pissed off, they usually tell it like it is. Ellerby's going to give you fucking 3 minutes of bullshit, and he's going to move on with his day. So, yeah, I would pass them on, but BoxingScene.com is why you won't find them.
I pretty much agree. This is their, for those of you who don't know, owned by CBS, part of the BBC, part of the whole food chain of the CBS Family Network. I digress.
Al Heyman, man.
Al Heyman.
Yep.
Alfredo Angulo shocks the world by beating Peter Cullen. I don't think it's much of a shock, but I think it's two very average fighters that I don't give a crap about. At one point, Andrew had kind of a chubby for Alfredo Angulo before he became basically journeyman dead weight. But let's cover it.
That was many moons ago.
Many moons ago.
Yes.
Let's cover it. First and foremost, this article was written by Jake Donovan, who occasionally reads his own stories. So, Jake, I hold high hope that you read your article before it went to post. In a fun fight between faded veterans, wow, that's a lot of Fs, bro, right out of the gate. That Fun, fights, and faded. All, I bet you were just creaming all over yourself to put fun, fight, faded all in the same sentence. Really? In a fun fight between faded veterans. Fun fight, faded. I guarantee as he watched this, he was thinking, fun fight and faded veterans. Oh, what a tagline. Like, I'm an old-timey fighting reporter. In a fun fight between faded veterans in the twilight of their respective careers, it was Alfredo Angulo who proved to have a little bit more in the reserve tank. The longtime contender dug deep. Fuck you, Alfredo. The longtime contender dug deep to prevail in a split decision victory over former middleweight titleist Peter Cullen atop the PBC FS1 quadruple Saturday super double triple special header from Bakersfield. Now, I don't want to shit on Bakersfield because I have family and friends out there, Andrew, but it is fucking Bakersfield. Right? Based on the way they're talking about the double, triple, quadruple header of great fighters coming to you live. It's Bakersfield, right? It's, again, not crapping on Bakersfield, family and friends out there, people I love. It's Bakersfield, people. I don't even know how to describe Bakersfield to the rest of the country, Andrew. I mean, how do you describe Bakersfield so people can get a grip on what's the big deal? Farmland. It was in Bakersfield.
Farm.
Yeah. Farm, meth, and train tracks. Right? I mean, it's basically the Stockton of just outside of LA County. I mean, it's, bro. It's special. Scores of 96-94 and 97-93, all in favor of Angulo, overruled a 96-94 tally for Cullen in their 10-round super middleweight affair that nobody gave a shit about. Nobody probably watched. If this got television coverage, like, if this gets a rating, I will be shocked, Andrew. Like, this is the most forgettable fight card. But shout out to Bakersfield. I mean, you guys got people into the arena. Good for you. Andrew, what did you think of the extraordinary, God damn it, Jake, fucking blowing Alfredo. These two great fighters. These two great fighters were never great fighters. First of all, let me put my commentary in before Andrew goes off. These two fighters were never great fighters. They were never great fighters. I shit on Alfredo Angulo from day one while Andrew actually held hope for him. I shit on Angulo. I shit on Cullen. Period. They are journeymen that get beat up by top contenders. That's their job.
Lee, you gotta at least know Matthew Aguilar was with us when we were talking about Alfredo Angulo being a good prospect.
I'm totally with you, bro. Like, right. I'm totally with you how far back we were high on Alfredo Angulo, but never panned out. He's a journeyman.
Yeah.
Period. Yep. When you put on a journeyman fight like this, don't talk about it like, ooh, the fun fight faded, veterans fucked up and fighting, and like, how many F words can you get into the first fucking paragraph, bro? Nobody gives a shit about this fight. Nobody. This doesn't do anything except this is part. I'll say it again. This is part of the PBC yard sale. One fighter will stay, one fighter will go. And guess what we discovered? Peter Cullen will go.
Oh, and if you heard him after the fight, said he's glad he doesn't need money anymore. His wife has a good job. So he's out.
Wow.
Peter Cullen is out.
Can you imagine after all your okay, you're a man who works hard, union, doing your gig, hanging and banging. You're able to afford your family and the house and nicer cars than me. By the way, let me say this.
Oh,
Andrew's secretly all the money in the organization. Drives a nicer car than me. Like, going over to Will's house, even though it's on the outskirts of town, I'm like, fucking guys with these gigs, man. Good for you.
Told you, gay, go Union, man.
Hey, again, I live on the beach. I mean, I do have.
Oh, you're doing your thing, but I'm talking my blue collars out there.
Oh no, hey, look,
I'm talking to the kids that thought school wasn't cool. It wasn't cool. You know,
no, you and Will were complete based on what I can tell, you and Will were complete fuck ups as kids, but
Yes.
you guys fucking turned the corner and pulled your shit off.
Yes, sir.
Like, I can't, like, I expected to go and see, like, complete man. I'm like walking into his house. I'm like, great taste. This is nice. What the fuck is going on? I expected kids to be hanging on chandeliers and like crazy. And I'm like, you got a man cave. You glossed your floor in the garage. Like, fuck. Nothing for me to talk shit about. I'm like, same with you. I want to talk shit. We go to a fight. You show up. I'm thinking about a Land Rover, Lee. What are you talking about? Showing up in my Honda CRV. I feel like I should just take the camera at this moment and then just go show the ocean at this moment and go, yeah, all right, I'm cool.
Yep.
I digress. With that said, help me out.
Every once in a while, a backdrop of that is not too bad, dude.
No, I'm going to put, for one of these weeks, I'm going to put an extra camera as I've been meaning to do this. I want to shoot it from the back deck so that you can really see. I think I can actually shoot the whole show on the beach one day.
Yeah,
but I'm going to need an actual headset because of the wind. But I'm not that far from my own internet connection, so I could probably shoot a whole episode.
You're like one of the guys on the end of the movie where they're on the beach with like a little mini satellite on a computer.
No, think like the Tony Romo commercial, right? Where he's sitting on the beach at the desk.
Yeah,
I'm going to take my desk out to the beach and put the camera shooting backwards over the water over my shoulder. Much like we did, like I did with Bobby for one of the other shows. We shot at Red Rock out on the other side of Vegas, right? We went out to Red Rock Canyon and shot with Red Rock behind us as the backdrop. And by the way, sound didn't suck there; it just sucked in Will's garage. So I blame it on Will and his kids, who are awesome. Oh my God, his daughter is so adorable. God damn it! Makes me want kids again. You guys are making me want kids.
Ooh, you get stung with that.
No, I told my daughter this. I'm like, get ready for. I said, how do you feel about the name Han? She goes, are you back on this? You're gonna adopt a boy from the Dominican Republic thing again? I said, oh my God. Yes, I am. I think you should prepare yourself for it. I said, you will either be Cuban or Dominican.
Oh my.
She goes, you're still going to make him into a baseball player, aren't you? I said, highest percentages. Yes,
that's right.
I am. And if it doesn't work out, he's going to be a professional boxer.
I heard they actually throw pitches when you go down there.
Such a dick.
You're an asshole, Lee.
I totally am. I look at you guys with these big families, and I look at my daughter. So for those of you who don't know, and I sent it to, my daughter started driving this week. Like let her drive around the parking lot. I'm like, it's over. It's over, bro. It's over.
And you're all, don't go into this tree. You're all, come to the brakes, hit the brakes.
Hit the brakes, be calm.
That's the most nervous.
Have you started with your daughter yet? Have you started letting her drive?
Oh. Should we drive?
Let me tell you the first instinct you have. Oh my God, she's not a little girl anymore. It's all over. That's the first thing that I thought.
And it's hit the brakes and keep your foot on the brake. There's so much with that brake, man. You know, when you're first driving, you're not thinking you're the one in the control of the car. You know what I mean? It's very easy to let up off that brake. Bam. Oh, sorry, Dad. No, not sorry. Oh.
No, like I actually stopped her and I said, let's look at this church parking lot. What's the worst that can happen here? You scrape it on the wall. I said, this is your car. Like, you're getting this car. I'm over this car. You're getting this car. Your mom can tell you you're getting her car. That's great because she wants a new car. I'm getting a new car. You can have this CRV. I'm over it. I got this car for you to drive you and your friends around. The seats are stained. It has too many miles. You're getting this car. And she went, oh, okay, thank you. I said, yeah, that's exactly how you should feel about getting a Honda CRV. Oh, thank you. It's not sexy. It's not fun. It's got 47 airbags and it gets 30 miles to the gallon. You enjoy this car.
Great memory.
Perfect. It's a tank. You can't break this car because we were in the parking lot. I said, you hit the wall, you're just going to jack up your own car. She goes, okay. I said, if you go over the curb and drive onto the lawn, all you're going to do is break a sprinkler. I mean, calm down. Like, you know how many cars I wrecked when I was learning how to drive? I mean, it was like a ridiculous number.
When I first got my license, I hit the guy in front of me. I was looking at the radio. Bam! Hit the dude in front of me. I said, "Oh shit!" Put it in reverse, backed up, put the car back in drive, got out, hit him again. Bam!
Nice job. Nice job.
He goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "Oh, I'm sorry. I just got my license." Jesus.
Wow. All right, Alfredo Angulo. We got off on track. Andrew, tell me about Alfredo Angulo and Peter Cullen, who I don't really give a shit about.
Peter Cullen, the sport passed him by. 2015 to, I believe, 2017 or 18, he only had one fight. It showed last night. He's 36 years old, something I keep saying about these PBC guys that all went to Al Heyman thinking they're going to be the next Floyd. All of a sudden, they all wake up and they're past their prime and on the way out. No Floyd money. Cullen's another one. He only had one defeat going into last night. I believe his record is 32-1 or something like that. Very sad how the sport passed him up. I don't know if he's ever, I'm glad he got a wife that has a good job or whatever he was saying after the fight.
That's why I started my whole rant. Can you imagine, like, you work your entire time, you fall off a rope, you break your back, which you get supported anyway because you guys are union. But could you imagine going, well, good thing my wife has a good job. She can take care of all of us now. What, bro?
Yeah, he's
no
36
dignity
years.
as a, like, I would feel like such a tiny little man to make that sentence come out of my mouth.
In a division that has Canelo, Triple G, Billy Joe Sanders. Okay, there's
you
some
have an
heavy.
actual name. Go take an ass beating for $1 million.
That's
for
right.
God's sakes, man.
There was some serious money out here he could have made. Those are 3 big fights he never got any piece of. It's just a total fail. A total fail. He was.
It is.
He was undefeated when he got with Al Heyman. He's undefeated, and he's the dark horse of this the middleweight division. Yes, he takes a knockout defeat to Daniel Jacobs, but that's one defeat. We've seen many fighters come back from that and still pull off decent careers. It's just add him to the list. But yeah, last night it looked like he was ready to walk away. He said he is going to take some time to think about it. I'm guessing he's going to ask Heyman for one more of these checks. It was, to me, Lee, they're in a phone booth. They beat the shit out of each other.
Was it a fun fight by faded friends?
For us, no. No one in the house, we weren't jumping up and down on our seats. Look at a 36 versus a 37-year-old.
What did Junior think? Junior's the only other boxing.
Junior wasn't watching. No, the Junior didn't even watch this fight.
I'm now going to have a Junior segment. I just think you should bring him in. And Junior, what'd you think about the fight? Dumb. Right. Cool, bro.
You're done.
He's the next staff member. He's your replacement. I'm already grooming him.
But yeah, no, it was. Shit, man. They threw a lot of punches. I'll give them that. All right. They kept us. They kept me watching. I kept thinking someone was going to crack, and it was Cullen at the end that did start breaking. They were landing those type of shots. They were going for the fence, but 36 versus 37. One of them has 7 defeats. The other guy just disappeared. I guess I want to say he had some kind of depression too, and he had to step away from the sport. It's the PBC way. All these guys, every fight they have, they're injured in some type of way, mentally, physically. Surgery, I'm out, see you next year type of thing. I just don't get it. I don't know what the fuck Al Heyman is selling to these dudes over there, but they all bought in and their careers are passing them by. So
I agree.
Yeah. And for Angulo, I mean, what he's going to get, was this super middleweight last night?
I'll take your word for it. Sorry, that air horn, early air horn, drink, for those who are playing the drinking game.
He gets Khalid Plant, right? Is that his next step? I mean, that's
Caleb,
the P.
Yeah, that would be the setup, right?
Caleb. Did I just say Khalid again? Goddamn.
Yeah,
Caleb.
I actually like Caleb. Not a bad guy.
No, he's not. He's not. This is a bullshit fight, but that's like all I see Angulo going right now because that's what the PBC does.
Well, let's be honest. At least from Caleb's perspective, who's still learning to fight in the ring, right? He's a guy who got a shot, stole the belt. They tried to get the belt back off of him, right?
Right.
That didn't happen, right? Mike Lee couldn't step up. Nobody could step up because Caleb's the real deal, right, on some particular level. So, right, why wouldn't you give him an Angulo?
Yep. So
It'll sell a couple of tickets.
yeah, these things, they're hard to sell nowadays. They really are. The PBC
No, but
just seems.
it's a good undercard to a Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz type
And
fight.
can you believe they still haven't announced that fucking fight?
We're going to talk about it shortly, but yeah, it's, you gotta double head these things now. Like, they're starting to get it. One fight isn't going to get people onto the streaming apps or onto the networks, right? So you're going to need at least 2 or 3. You need a main event, and then you need at least a co-main. You need a solid co-main event, right? Unless you're going to make it an event like Tyson Fury does, where people are just going to show up because God knows he's going to show up in a lucha mask and eating tacos. And by the way,
and the PBC right now, the PBC don't have a game changer. They don't have a Saul Alvarez. Spence is not that guy. Porter's not that guy. Fucking Keith Thurman's, I guess, gone again. Deontay Wilder's not that guy. His last fight was on Showtime. The dude literally went from pay-per-view back to Showtime and stayed there. His next fight is supposed to be on Showtime too. Or I guess Showtime and Fox are battling for it. Whatever. I have no idea why Fox would even want any part of this.
Because they have a contract with them for content.
And that's about it, because there's no money in the Deontay Wilder on Fox. He's not even that known in America still.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that particular subject. Like, it just ridiculously, like, this is really sad. Like, you were all alone on this Saturday night for the PBC, right? You had no competition. There was no DAZN. There was no Top Rank. I know that Bob released his big list of fights coming up. And joining us by phone, Andrew, on that particular topic is none other than Big Bob Arum.
Hello, Andrew. How the hell are you?
Very good. How's it going, sir?
Did you know that I have 26 fights coming up over the next 4 days? We have a beautiful. I know I talked about this at the press conference. We have a fight next week with 2 tremendous fighters, and then the week after we have another fight with amazing fighters, and then after that we have another weekend of amazing fighters, and then some more amazing fighters, and then I hear you guys are coming to Fresno. We have tremendous fighters in Fresno, and we're fighting in Reno, and then I don't really remember the name of all these fucking fighters. To be perfectly honest with you, Andrew, I got to put on fights every fucking weekend. I mean, it's a lot of fucking fights. I know there's Fresno and Reno and New York and Bosnia and Saudi Arabia. You know, we got the heavyweight thing in Saudi Arabia coming up. I'm very excited about that fight. Don't sleep on this Andy Ruiz kid, Andrew. Don't sleep on him. Did I tell you what?
We definitely slept on him the first time.
Well, we're very happy to be promoting that fight, especially since Eddie Hearn doesn't know shit about boxing. Have I said that enough this week in the media, that Eddie Hearn doesn't know shit about boxing? I mean, I tried to get it in at least 4 or 5 times this week to explain that Eddie Hearn really doesn't know shit about boxing. Thank you for having me on your show.
No, you are right, though. It's got to be hard for Bob to remember all these Eastern European fighters
He
that
did
he
that
has.
at the press conference. He literally, after the fight, right? We've got a tremendous fight next weekend. We have really 2 great fighters the following weekend. And I was thinking, it's past Bob's bedtime, and nobody gave him a list. And Frank Warren is staring at him like it's his grandfather. When you look older than Frank Warren, you got issues, right?
No, we know Bob is old. Bob's up there, isn't he?
Bob is up there.
Yeah.
You know the saddest thing about going to a top-ranked fight for me right now that I'm kind of dialed in? I'm missing Lee Samuels, who's pretty much retired from the day-to-day stuff. I'm missing Lee Samuels. I know I'm going to miss seeing Bob.
Hey, and is Todd DeBuff even with them anymore?
I don't see Todd. He's not really sort of the guy that's really.
He's out.
Yeah,
He
it's
has to
not
be
that
out.
he's out or anything. It's just a different team now. It's an organization, and it's being designed to run into the future. And I get that. Bob has built it so that the organization doesn't die. I don't know where it goes, because I think everybody should prepare themselves. As sad as an inevitability as this is, he's a really old dude, and he runs a really hard lifestyle, right? He's up late. He's flying all over the country. One of these days, we're going to get the news, and I don't know how they move. I mean, it's set up to move forward. Lee's already gone. I think Lee was kind of the heir apparent to run things, but I don't want to take away.
I thought it was Todd DeBuff, bro.
I haven't seen Todd at a fight.
No, I know. He blew it. He blew it. He did something. He got in trouble somehow over there. I know there was a lot of rumors going around, but yeah, they tried to work it out, and then now he's just gone again. I haven't seen him in a while. I would like to know who's going to be the face of Top Rank. Even the faces doesn't mean.
I have ideas, but I'll tell you this: on the next fight, I will go. When we go to Fresno, I will show you exactly who the new face is going to be. I'm not going to say it on the air, but I have a very strong feeling on who it's going to be.
Okay.
All right. We're going up to Fresno. We're submitted. It's all good.
Yes, sir.
Let's move forward. We have lots of stories to cover over the next hour. Let's move on to the guy who doesn't know shit about boxing, Eddie Hearn. In just 1 year, DAZN has grown into a must-have for boxing fans. I just think this is funny because this is the first piece I've ever seen Kevin Iole write as a complete blowjob to DAZN. If I were to give a scorecard to DAZN, I'm not going to read the article. Kevin Iole is a great writer. It's a great piece, I'm sure. I'm sure it was even proofread and spell checked. So, Kevin, shout out to you and your Yahoo Sports gig, okay? And I like the fact that he's a dog owner. I just brought this story up because if I were going to give DAZN a scorecard to this point in boxing, I would give them an F-. How many memorable fights outside of Andy Ruiz knocking out Deontay Wilder can you name from the past year, first year of boxing, on DAZN, Andrew?
Well, yeah, I think this really means more. They got Saul Alvarez and Anthony Joshua. Those are the two biggest.
Look, there was one memorable fight. Look, boxing is about memorable fights, period.
They're very young, though. They're very young, though. You got to give that time. Some of these guys
must have, Andrew. Is it legit?
Yes, I believe. Yes, I do believe DAZN is a must-have. Like, I'm getting tired of watching it. You know, they even have Jaime Estrada on the lower weight divisions. He's becoming real hot in the sport. He's a hot fighter in Mexico right now. He's only going to get bigger, and I do believe he's one of the best. So I don't see him losing. So they're going to have another ticket seller in those weight divisions. Devin Haney, another good American prospect, undefeated. Looks like he's ahead of almost everybody in his class right now as far as where he's headed in the sport. He's under DAZN, however the fuck they say it.
DAZN.
Is it DAZN? Yes, DAZN, right?
It is DAZN.
So, yes, it is a must-have. I do believe that. Look, it pricey, yes. I don't really watch. I really don't watch any of the other sports on DAZN.
You don't like soccer?
No, but you know that.
Lots of soccer, lots and lots and lots of soccer, like soccer all the time.
I do believe they need Anthony Joshua to win this rematch. Big though. Really hurts them if they only have it's only going to be for really the Mexicans right now if they lose Anthony Joshua.
I'll say it again, and I'm not being a dick. There is no way Andy Ruiz is walking out with those belts. He'll take a bullet. He'll take a bullet before he leaves with those belts. There's no way Eddie Hearn is letting him leave with those belts. He is not a market. Everybody back away from Andy Ruiz is the next guy. That's why Deontay Wilder is finally doing his, I'll fight Andy Ruiz next. I bet you will, right? Like, he's punchable, he's hittable, he's slow. Like, Joshua's got to put his shit together for one night, man, and hold on to those belts and get those belts back. He's not going to get a decision. That's 100%, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't knock Joshua out twice. He's going to lose those belts.
Did you see his little video he had on Tyson Fury saying how disrespectful it was that he wasn't representing his own country? What a dipshit that kid sounds like sometimes.
Well, it's not even about, look, I kind of get the perspective because I was about the only one, and I said this at the fight, right? I was watching the fight with Fight Fiend Miggs, our correspondent, right? I said, you know what? If I wore a sombrero in here to cover the fight with a lucha mask on, I said I'd have my credential pulled. And I turned and I looked at a cop and said, hey, if you were in a Mexican pride parade as a police officer and you decided you wanted to wear, and he was white, I said, you decided you wanted to wear a sombrero or a lucha mask to that. He goes, I'd be fired. I said, right. Why do we let Tyson Fury do cultural appropriation? Now, I want to make this clear for everybody listening.
He's a gypsy.
I don't have any problem with it, and I think it's cool. I like the expressionism, and I like the fact that he can do it. And I don't think he's doing it mean-spirited, for everybody wondering. I'm just telling you.
Didn't he say they're travelers, Lee? They have no home country, so he can adapt to wherever he's going. That's what I think.
It's not even about that, Andrew. Look,
that's what I think he represents when he does
Andrew,
that.
if a photo of you popped up because you went to your daughter's parade and you were wearing a lucha mask.
We live in America. He doesn't, Lee. You got to remember that. The rules that are set here are not everywhere else.
Social media is shitty worldwide. I mean, I'm surprised that he didn't get slammed into the ground for the cultural appropriation shit.
Well, I just think he gets away with it because like he said, he's they've always been travelers. That's what they're known for, and they can go anywhere and adapt, man.
I'm with you.
He came to America.
No. Look, I don't disagree with you.
No, I hear you. I know you are.
I'm completely for it. I just want to know how he magically gets a pass, right? I say something a little too far, I have white hate. Look, we don't even have a big fan base. I don't.
Today wears a brown face,
right? Could you imagine if I did this show with a sombrero on right now? Can you? Do you know what kind of feedback you would get? Why'd Lee wear a sombrero and a lucha mask for the whole show?
Oh, I used to get that, bro. What are you talking about?
Right.
Why you let him talk? Yeah, why you let him be so racist for?
We don't even have the numbers that Tyson Fury has. I'm just saying, play fair, everybody. Everybody just play fair. Or I'm going to do 20 minutes on why I hate white people again, and you guys can all just shut the fuck up.
I just like how Andy Ruiz is like, he's so stupid. He doesn't represent his own country. I was
so stupid, eh? Let me try to get more Mexican on the topic. He's so stupid. Not even Mexican. Next story, moving forward. Sean Porter is all in for next weekend. I will be at the fight. Fight Net Radio will be at the fight. We are approved. We are the most fan-friendly fighting organization with lots of F's in the words. I'm going to talk with lots of F's today, thanks to Jake Donovan. Fight Net Radio is fan-friendly and ferocious, as we are on the heels of Sean Porter versus Errol Spence, a fan-friendly of non-faded fighting furious superstars. Oh, my God, my Tourette's is just too much. This comes to us from the New York Post. Next weekend, Andrew, it's Sean Porter versus Errol, the True Spence. From the Staples Center, Fight Net Radio will be on hand. We will be doing coverage. Probably send Raymundo out there to go cover the press conferences because I'm lazy. I just want to show up on Fight Night. As we get close to this fight and the pay-per-view, Andrew, I can't even say that with a straight face. This is at best a Fox primetime network TV fight. This is not pay-per-view. That's my only knock on this whole thing. It is not a pay-per-view fight because Errol Spence is going to destroy Sean Porter. I mean, everybody, we did a poll. We ran the poll on Fight Net Radio. Everybody's geeked up about the fight. I guess on the surface, I'm geeked up about the fight. Or am I geeked up that Magnum Media approved me, Andrew? I don't know which. But neither here nor there.
I hope
get
this...
being excited about the fight, right? But it's not a pay-per-view fight, Andrew.
No.
This
is not even a mainstream fight, Lee. There's nobody talking about this unification match. Seriously, this is a welterweight unification with one of the biggest prospects the sport has. Who's talking about this? Is it on any chat rooms? I haven't even seen this shit. I mean, seriously, I didn't even know it's next Saturday. It's here?
It's here.
Yeah. This is just, I don't know, man. Hey, Al Heyman was supposed to be the guy. I don't know. All you guys that were loyal to him.
I honestly thought if they put it on like network TV, like what is it in the what's your Fox affiliate? Fox 5, Fox 4, Fox. Do you know what your actual network Fox channel is?
It used to be Channel 2. I don't know if it's still that anymore.
Fox 2. It's probably Fox 2. In LA, it's Fox 11. Down here in San Diego, I think it's Fox 5. The local Fox affiliate, if they had done this on Saturday night on primetime Fox, it would do great numbers. I think it would do great numbers for them. I think they would do great numbers nationally. I think it would be great. You made it pay-per-view. So let's do what I think is really going to be the big story, Andrew. Overs and unders, 500,000 buys.
Ooh, that's a lot. I can't see that at all. I can't see that at all. I mean, PBC and, like I said, these guys are known for blowing up their numbers anyways. So they'll probably come close to that, but I don't see it at all. The fight's not hot within the boxing community. There's no one in the UK talking about I guess that doesn't matter in the numbers from America, but there's nobody talking about this fight. Hopefully that heats up a lot on Monday. We'll see. But where was the buildup? Where was the drama?
There isn't. By and large,
we're talking about two world welterweight champs. It's one of the most history. There's a lot of history in this division. A lot of great fighters been in the welterweight division. Where's Spence comparisons to the Sugar Ray Leonards, the Robinsons, the Hearns? You understand what I'm saying? Where's the buildup?
I completely agree with you.
I could have swore this dude made Floyd Mayweather, you guys. What the fuck is going on?
I will give you guys the fight week schedule because I have.
Someone should ask Floyd. Lee, you need to ask Floyd. Not fuck someone. I guess we have media outlets now. I want someone to ask Floyd Mayweather, what has Al Heyman done wrong with all these other undefeated welterweight guys that he had? Where's the next Floyd? It's not that he didn't have the talent. It's not that he didn't have the records. Hell, half of these prospects had better power than Floyd.
I agree. You're preaching to the choir. So on this card, we have Errol Spence, Sean Porter, Anthony Durrell, David Benavidez, Mario Barrios, Bader Amagmadagmanagura, Josecito Lopez, John Molina Jr., Robert Guerrero, and Joey Spencer.
Wow.
But it's going to feature performances from hip-hop artist Casey Veggies. Is that really a sentence I just said out loud? Casey Veggies. So embarrassing.
John Molina. Who'd you say at the bottom, man? Robert Guerrero, John Molina. Those are the guys that have been making the real money for PBC.
Mario Barrios, Badr Akhmadov, Josecito Lopez.
Josecito Lopez. There's another one.
Josecito Lopez, bro. Robert Guerrero, Joey Spencer. Yeah.
Why is it these three guys can always find fights with Al Heyman, but some of these other dudes are out for 2 years, 1 year,
right?
Fought once in 3. Like what?
But
what is
Andrew,
going?
There's going to be performances from hip hop artist Casey Veggies.
They're cool.
You know, Casey Veggies.
He sounds like a rapper from like one of those science videos you used to watch about why we should eat our vegetables.
Like video? Yeah, right. With Ohana Bam and Young Miller, the Don. Thug.
Hey, you remember that?
Done.
Do you guys remember the video where the guy would put on the suit and then go into the human body and float around, tell us what red blood cells were, white blood cells?
Plus Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked and mariachi band performance. Wow.
Fucking veggies.
Wow. So their first press conference is on Wednesday. There will be lunch served. Then on Thursday, they're going to do the other half of the press conference and the undercard press conference. There will be lunch. Friday will be the weigh-ins with lunch. And then on Saturday, first fight begins at 1:10 p.m., bro. Dude.
And I'm sorry. Did I leave Floyd Mayweather out of the Spence comparisons? Like, where is the promo videos for this guy? When is he going to put Spence as the leader of the welterweight division? Come on, this is ridiculous. This fight, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. Spence is going to walk through Porter and start talking about Crawford's on the wrong side of the street again? Or are we going to get somewhere with that fight?
Or does Spence knock him out?
No, Porter's good. Porter's a good fighter. I think he goes 12. I think he could go 12 with them. Remember, a lot of these guys are friends now, Lee. Shit, they haven't fought each other in so long. They just hang out at fights, right? All PBC guys got tickets
count them dollar bills.
Yeah, they all get drunk. You see videos of them all partying together. So no, I don't think Spence is going to go for the kill on Porter. Once again, no drama. We've seen nothing during this whole build up for this fight. At least I haven't. You know what? Maybe I got to turn on the TV and go find some build up shows, maybe on a Fox or something. But Lee, has anything went viral within the boxing community? No.
Nope. Not at all. Not even remotely.
Not even remotely. It's absolutely insane. This is for a unification of the welterweight division, and one of the guys is supposed to be the future of our sport. What the fuck are they doing about building up this fight?
I agree. I'm with you. You're preaching to the choir on this one. Let's move forward. We have more stories to cover. Let's talk about Dana White, Canelo Alvarez versus Sergey Kovalev. Fucking nuts to go head-to-head against UFC 244. Why? Because that's the BMF card, Andrew. Nate Diaz taking on Jorge Masvidal from New York, the baddest motherfucker in the game at UFC 244 in New York. And I quote from Dana White, the man who wants to get into boxing. The night we started talking about this date, we were going to take this date. Then a week later, I heard that they were going to do that fight. White said during the UFC 244 pre-fight press conference, I think they're crazy for doing it on the same night as us on DAZN. It is what it is, but if they time it right and they do this thing the right way, it could be very much like the other night when Cowboy Cerrone and then Tyson Fury was on after. So if the time is right, it could work out. But if they want to go head-to-head, they're fucking nuts. All right, Andrew. What fight would you rather watch? Canelo versus
Lee, seriously,
BMF?
I'm sorry, you UFC fans, but your numbers have sucked. You guys got beat by a goddamn bare knuckle fucking pay-per-view the other day. Stop it. And no one's scared of the UFC anymore. That's why the UFC is actually trying to get into boxing right now. Breaking news.
Shout out to Dana and
this is really just for him to go viral. Like this was a good to get your news out there. Oh yeah, look, they're going to heads with them on the same night. Now you have it locked in everyone's head that's watching Kovalev Alvarez that, oh yeah, hey, the UFC was on tonight. That's all he did there. He put it in our heads that their fight is going on. But come on. And nobody's stopping Alvarez versus Kovalev. I'm sorry. Then who was it? Nate Diaz and who? Is that the guy that beat
Jorge Masvidal? Yeah. It's the BMF card. It's actually a good fight. It's a great fight.
It sounds like a good fight. You know, Nate Diaz has a lot of losses. He's not untouchable. So I think sometimes the guy sells a little bit more tickets outside of the octagon than he does inside. I'll say that. They all like his little bad boy. He's not as bad. He's better than Gabriel Rosado, but they're kind of in the same. Great interview, great build up. You can always find him to bring drama. So yeah, there's a little bit of that going in there too. I don't see him lasting with Magnadev at all, and I've only seen that full fight once. But that man is big. He knows how to wrestle. Nate Diaz, you're not doing a jiu-jitsu shit to that bigger man. He's going to beat the shit out of you while you're on your back. That's what's going to happen there. So mark my words, Lee, and I don't even know the UFC, but I have Magnadev beating the shit out of Nate Diaz on his back.
Just because you didn't think Andrew had a hot take on MMA. Kovalev on Canelo. Fight will be interesting, believe me. Kovalev should just say the truth. I'm just happy to be getting paid $12 million for a fight. This fight is going to be very interesting, believe me, because two fighters, this coming to us from Keith Idek of Boxing Scene. Andrew, what do we think of Boxing Scene?
Fuck boxingscene.com.
Correct. The fight is going to be very interesting, believe me. And you know Keith listens to the show, which is really funny. Shout out to Keith. The fight is going to be very interesting, believe me, because two fighters with the same mentality are fighting each other. Kovalev told Boxing Scene on Wednesday before a press conference in Los Angeles, I never take a step back. And yeah, you do. What are you talking about? Why is Kovalev lying? I never take a step back, and he never takes a step back. It will be interesting. Who will be smarter? Who will be the winner? We will see on November 2nd. All right, Andrew. Kovalev, who's just happy to be here, showed up, live streamed, taking photos and being
just
favorable.
Look at the photo,
fans.
you guys.
He's happy as can be. It's his biggest payday, bro.
But Lee, and he also might, there could be something in him that's saying he could land a right hand on this smaller man. Look at the photo.
No doubt on size issues.
I know Alvarez has great defense, right? We've seen the head movement, but a few are going to land. It's not like people don't land on Saul Alvarez. There's a fight there. There's a fight there for Kovalev. He might be, he might have a little bit of confidence going into that just on this photo right here. So we'll see. I like Canelo in the fight, but when I seen these two stand the face off, I was like, holy shit. So what is Saul doing? I don't even know what he's doing. There's so many fights at middleweight, at super middleweight. They said he's striving to be great. So yeah, we'll see. But one loss, and that's really going to set back his career. I will say, I do believe the biggest fight in boxing is Saul Alvarez versus Andre Ward. I will say that. I don't know if that's what they're going for here, but what a great career Saul Alvarez would be giving to the fans of boxing if they do after this Kovalev fight. Say, just throw it out there that if Andre Ward wanted to make a comeback, he's willing to face him at light heavyweight. An awesome fight. It's actually a way bigger fight than Saul Alvarez versus Floyd Mayweather. This would make Saul Alvarez the fighter of this generation.
There you go. Moving forward. This from Boxing News 24, Billy Joe Saunders will be fighting on the KSI Paul Logan card, ? So as many of you are aware, KSI versus Paul Logan, I'm thinking of sending, just to be a jerk, I'm going to send Raimundo to go cover the fight. I'm going to go get him credentials for it and just make him go to the fight. Only because I want to ask Billy Joe Saunders crack whore questions, but I don't think Raimundo's got the guts to pull the trigger on those questions. Billy Joe Saunders returns to boxing in the United States. Billy Joe Saunders will be getting the undercard treatment in the next title defense of the WBO super middleweight strap against an opponent to be determined, probably nobody of importance. On DAZN November 9th from Staples Center, he will be on the undercard of KSI versus Logan Paul. Andrew, are you excited?
No, and it's actually sad. I might not watch the fight. And I like Billy Joe Saunders, but the KSI and Logan Paul are not keeping me home on November 9th. So unless Sanders is fighting someone big and dangerous, I pass. And that's too bad.
We're actually going to be in, hold on, I think we're in Fresno on that date.
And that's too bad for him.
They're going to go head-to-head with that Fresno card. Neither here nor there.
And what, ESPN?
Yeah.
Who's fighting on the ESPN card?
Hold on. I can do that for us. That would be the Top Rank calendar of events. And that would be November 9th. We're not going to be at Butterbean. We're not going to be I'm going to be at Shakur. Fuck, I agreed to go to Shakur. November 2nd is Dignity Healthcare. We will be seeing Jamel Herring versus Lamont Roach in Fresno, Andrew.
Okay.
We are submitted to go.
Very nice.
Yep.
Yeah. But what's the fight on the 26th? I'm sorry, Lee. I wasn't paying attention to that one.
The one on the 26th.
Right there.
The one you can't go
Stevenson.
to because you're going to be at a fundraiser. Shakur Stevens versus Hoya Gonzalez.
Yeah, Daisy Bamberg. I think it's her national title run we're doing that night. I believe that was on the...
You can't go, and now I'm going to fucking Reno and covering Roy Jones Jr. boxing. Okay, so Friday night in Reno you could have gotten a double feature, bro. Friday night is Roy Jones Jr. boxing on Friday night, and on Saturday it's Shakur Stevens. It's a weekend of boxing in Reno. You could have gone to Reno for the weekend. You love Reno. You love it. It's an hour away from you. Now I'm going to drive for 27 hours to get to Reno for 2 fight cards. Because I agreed that we should go. Because it makes the people at the promoters happy that we go. Because we're like one of 3 press people who show up at these things in the middle of nowhere. But I digress. Let's move forward to our next story. This coming to us again from the wonderful Kevin Iole. My bad. Yahoo Sports, Kevin Iole, the combat columnist, Kevin Iole. Keith Thurman out for the remainder of 2019 after surgery on his left hand. Eyes early return in 2020. That's a lie. He won't be back till 2021. You guys just everybody buckle your seatbelts on that topic. Former unified world welterweight champion Keith Thurman told Yahoo Sports on Friday that he underwent surgery on his left hand on September 4th. That makes the 5th surgery on that hand, Andrew. I can't keep up.
Right.
Thurman had pain in his left hand and developed from hitting a heavy bag several years ago, but he suffered through it. After he was advised that it wouldn't heal simply by resting it, he elected to have surgery. Dr. Jonathan Oeb of orthopedic surgeon in Encino, California, did the procedure. Thurman, who spoke to Yahoo Sports from Los Angeles, where he is taping Inside PBC Boxing, which he is a cast member of, said the surgery was a bone fusion. So they focused some of the metacarpals, Thurman said. Okay, Andrew, what do you think about Keith Thurman being out for the remainder of 2020, 21, 22, and 23 to retire in 2024?
Yeah, what's sad about the thing is the man was just on a fucking 2-year layoff for an elbow surgery. So, shame on the doctor for not telling him we might as well fix this other problem that's not going to heal with you just resting. Because it's been 2 years and it's not it's just, come on, this is absurd. Fire your doctor because he fucking blew it for you. You had a 22-month layoff. You should have had both procedures done then and get on with your career. But once again, it's not the PBC way. I don't know what it's like. These men are brainwashed. I have no idea. Maybe it's all legit, dude. But I'm just saying, shame on the doctors that he said the injury was there years ago. He was just on a 2-year layoff. What am I missing here?
Another 2-year layoff.
Another 2, yeah. I know. It's like I don't know. Soon he's gonna wake up and he's gonna be 36, like Peter Cullen, saying, "Oh, I'm glad my wife works." Shout out to the wife.
Yeah. Well, look. I mean, leverage your boxing skill into getting hot wives who can pay for you.
I'm 36 years old. Guess I'm done working. It's your turn, hun.
This from TMZ Sports. Oscar De La Hoya gunning to get Ryan Garcia $700 million. This tying into the story we talked about earlier. Oscar just signed Ryan Garcia to a new contract, but he's getting even more money for Garcia, telling TMZ Sports. I called Ryan Garcia. Hold on. Join us hold on. You can join us by phone, Andrew. I'm feeling excited about this. You ready?
Yes.
That's right. Joining us. Hold on. Gotta put him on loop.
Hey, dickhead.
How's it going, Oscar?
Hey, I'm going to try to get the kid like $700 billion. He's going to be the richest fighter of all time. Ever.
Yeah.
He's going to make more than like and Joshua combined, fucker.
I think you guys know how to push Ryan Garcia's buttons. I think you know how to get him happy. You tell him some bullshit like that, he signed that contract right away. What'd you guys tell him? He's you. I do believe you. I see myself in you. Bam, he signed. I don't believe it. I don't see it. He's not even close to $1 million yet. So back off on the 700 million. It's actually Lee comments like this that have the fans thinking Oscar's been hanging around the bars a little too much again. Are you there? Did we lose you?
Hold on. Hold on. I hit pause. Hold on. Let me move back. Let me move back over to my internet.
It says you're offline.
No, I'm fine. I'm here. I'm back on full stream, actually.
All right, there you go. Bam, now you're in.
No, there was like a weird shutdown of my internet and everything. I don't know why it runs an internet interruption. That was very weird. I don't know what that was about. All right. So what do you think of hold on. What do you think of Oscar's $700 million prediction? Like, is Ryan, like, we keep talking about this. Ryan Garcia really has to fight somebody. Really has to fight somebody.
Oh, I'm
really,
telling you,
really.
Yeah, I think they're gonna push him for a title shot coming up this next fight. Not against Duno, but right after Duno. I don't think they're looking back with him anymore. The kid likes running his mouth. He really didn't show up in his last fight when they try to step up his competition. So we're gonna see what happens. But no, I don't think he's ever gonna get to 700 million. The look is there, the pedigree I don't know if is there. So that's what's going to hold him back. You can't climb to his $700 million payday with just a smile in this sport. So I do not see that happening for Ryan Garcia. I do think De La Hoya knows how to get that kid to listen to him, and it's by blowing up his head. I think Ryan Garcia is full of himself, and with Oscar running around telling him shit like this, got him to like Oscar, overnight. I mean, the night before he hated the dude, and now all of a sudden he's signing an extension with them. So, and this is the second stupid thing Oscar said this week, and that's why another reason why I'm saying that a lot of the fans think Oscar is probably off the wagon again, hanging around at bars. He told everyone that Canelo is going to fight Triple G a third time. Canelo told everyone, Oscar doesn't know. Oscar says a lot of things that makes no sense. I mean, seriously, that's someone talking about their boss. Not a good look for De La Hoya this week. I don't know what's going on with him.
I'm with you. Fight master plan of being brilliant and awesome for 2020. The WBC, this comes to us from Talk Sports. The WBC heavyweight champion has 2 big rematches planned, plus a potential undisputed title bout in 2020. He's already announced his upcoming fight will be at the end of the year with Luis Ortiz. When asked about the 3-fight schedule, Wilder told the Boxing Boys, after Ortiz, it'd be Fury. Then after Fury, it'll be Ruiz. All right, Andrew. We still don't have dates. I still don't buy the hype. I still don't buy the bullshit. This dude still hasn't fought anybody since he fought. This is bullshit.
I don't know what's going on with this Ortiz matchup. They've been announcing this Ortiz fight for, I don't know, half a year. Date's going to be next week. Date's going to be next week. Expect an announcement soon. Like, seriously, is it that important? I don't even think people care anymore. Like, all right, just tell us when the fight is. We already know you two are fighting. That the anticipation of the rematch is gone, right, Lee? When you announce the motherfucker like 7 times, it's gone. So can you just give us a date already, and some of us will show up and watch and some won't? Missed the ball so big with Deontay. He was rolling, man. After that Tyson Fury fight, this guy should be the face of heavyweight boxing here in America. Whatever. I wish someone would ask Floyd, where is Al Heyman getting it wrong now? Was it just Floyd? Was Floyd the one who came up with all these great ideas? Because seriously, you guys need to go to Floyd then. Go to TMT. because a lot of you are missing the fucking ball. You fight Dominic fucking Breazeale. Nobody cares. Can't even get 1 million fucking views to watch that fight after the classic Tyson Fury matchup you had. Instant classic that fight was. Seriously. Because he was getting manhandled and in the last 4 rounds almost pulls it out. That was a great heavyweight fight. Where are we at today?
I agree. I agree with you. I just think it's ridiculous. And it's gone on for way too long.
Way too long. Like, I don't even care about I just want to know when the date is now.
Right.
Fuck.
Which takes us to our next story, the man he had to move out of the way, Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte, the most reamed man in boxing. You remember, he's the one that tested dirty, but nobody can find the test result, nor can anybody seem to prove that he tested dirty for a test result. But he won't be fighting Deontay anytime soon. Promoter Eddie Hearn said on Wednesday that there's been no further update to the situation after it was revealed a drug test returned 3 days prior to Whyte's win over Oscar Rivas stated that his system contained an adverse finding. Hearn previously stated that his man will face a hearing in October as they attempt to clear his name, and now detailed their plans for their result fall in their favor. The promoter told IFL TV of the latest meeting with Whyte. I met him and said, how are they getting on? He said, our lawyers are pushing and UCOD is getting the date for whatever it's going to be to hopefully come out and give you all the info and clear his name. He'd like to fight this year. I'd like him to fight this year. When asked on which show the body snatcher could return, Hearn pointed out to AJ's promoter that Ruiz is a possibility. All right, let's talk about the most reamed man in boxing. First of all, do you think he tested dirty? I mean, we've kind of covered this, but can you even imagine that he really tested dirty?
Listen, he tested dirty on sample A. What the fuck happened to sample B? Sample A came back in 3 days. What happened to sample B? That kind of clears up everything. It's either the sample A was contaminated or sample B is dirty, and we have 2 dirty tests, makes you a dirty fighter, and we could all move on. I have no idea what to say about this shit.
I hate to say it, Deontay Wilder fans, it makes your gut like, oh, it's not Deontay Wilder. Okay, Al Heyman. I'm telling you that nobody wants Dillian Whyte in the picture.
Dude, seriously. If they come back in October, the UKAD, and says, oh, yeah, our bad, sample A might have been contaminated. We found in sample B there was no traces of any steroids or PEDs. You know how bad that's going to look for Deontay Wilder's career? That's going to be his second fighter he ducked. Povetkin being number 1, that they totally ducked. That was one of the... Dude, if that was Mike Tyson or Holyfield, that story would be a 30 for 30 on ESPN. And matter of fact, you guys, mark my words, it still might be at the end of Deontay's career. How the fuck he got out of Russia without defending his title?
He's done a masterful job, Andrew.
That was a great one. That was a heist. It ended up burning them in the ass. They lost, I believe, $4 million in that heist. But they got their title out of that country. Jumped on a plane and bounced.
Good job. Shout out to the Al Heyman team for managing to keep Deontay the champion. Moving forward, De La Hoya.
Can you imagine if that was De La Hoya? Could you imagine Saul Alvarez? Oh, he's tested dirty, and then they find out it's Saul Alvarez lying. Oh God! You're talking about how does Tyson Fury get away with it? How does Deontay get away with this?
Oh, no doubt whatsoever. Hold on, you get one for that. Good job. All right. Make sure it doesn't go to the next video, which makes me even more crazy that it does that crap. All right. Moving forward, let's talk about Oscar De La Hoya getting drunk and talking to Keith Idec, allegedly. De La Hoya, Arum might keep Crawford from making Hall of Fame. This is him and his crazy shit. De La Hoya, that's what boxing is, De La Hoya told a group of reporters after the Alvarez-Kovalev press conference on Wednesday. I mean, look, boxing is a sport. Look, Oscar. Look, I mean, like, look, bro, look, boxing is a sport like that. Look, how many looks are there in this? Look, Oscar, enunciate, bro. I'm just saying. I mean, look, boxing is a sport that, look, you have your ups and downs. You have to bite your tongue, and you have a lot of patience. That's the bottom line, because like I said, we have a huge target on our backs. Everybody wants a piece of us. We just have to be careful and strategize and be smarter. Look.
Wait a minute. That right there was to Ryan Garcia. That whole paragraph he was talking about Ryan Garcia had nothing to do with Terrence Crawford.
Look, Bob. Look.
Again.
It's like a drinking game within what Oscar says. Every time, from this point forward, Fight Net Radio family, every time Oscar quotes or is seen in the news and he says, look, I need you to go to the kitchen and have a shot of tequila for him. Because clearly this word look, I got to work it more into my Oscar. Look, bro.
Hey, remember when he first came out? It was the he was a good fighter, and yeah.
Now it's look. Bob Arum, he was like fantasizing about Canelo. He was like salivating over him, right? You guys think I make up my Oscar impression? These are direct quotes from him. He talks like this. Look. I almost have to do it. Hey, look, all right? Bob Arum, he was like fantasizing about Canelo. He was like salivating over him, you know what I mean, right? And he has Crawford. What is he doing for him? I mean, he's not doing anything for him. I actually kind of feel bad that Crawford might not get into the Hall of Fame one day because Bob can't get him a fight, you know? So look, Canelo's with us. He's the Team Golden Boy for many years. Ryan Garcia's with Team Golden Boy for many years. Bob Arum or whoever's out there, just stop salivating. Right? It sounds like something I made up, right?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Leave our fighters alone and let us do our job. Is there any more golden nuggets out of them?
No. Yeah. Just stop salivating.
Just stop salivating.
Dude, that should be a shirt. Bob should make that a top-ranked shirt.
Oh, he's the best. First and foremost, let me say this. Terrence Crawford's going to go into the Boxing Hall of Fame. He is.
Yeah. I mean, what the
Terrence
fuck?
Crawford got skill that's ridiculous. Right.
And he's already been the undisputed junior welterweight champ. He's already been that.
Yes. Everybody calm down and back away from Crawford. He can't get a real fight. Yeah, he can't get a real fight because nobody wants to fight him. Okay?
Exactly. Yeah, that wrong side of the street, dog. Oh, okay. All right, buddy.
Know your lane, bro. Stop salivating. Stop salivating. I can see the dripping coming from your mouth, Bob. My hero. All right, moving forward, Boxing News 24. This time, we're talking about the one and only Mikey Garcia and Danny Garcia looking to be the front runners in the Manny Pacquiao sweepstakes. This coming to us from Aragon Garcia of Boxing 24. WBA welterweight champion Manny Pacquiao's two front runners are Mikey Garcia and Danny Garcia. According to MP Republican Sean Gibbon, who I've really wanted to do a podcast or get on this show at some point. Sean is awesome. Pacquiao is planning on making a decision about his next opponent next month. The Filipino star needs an opponent after his impressive win over unbeaten WBA Super World 147-pound champion Keith one-time Thurman on July 20th from Las Vegas. Regardless of how badly Mikey performed in his maiden effort at 147 against Errol Spence earlier this year on March 16th, he brings a lot to the table for a fight against Pacquiao. Yeah, like losing easily. That's what he brings to the table, Andrew. Mikey Garcia brings losing easily to Manny Pacquiao. So does Danny Garcia. Like, I don't blame Manny for putting these two names out into the universe or Sean putting these out into the universe. I think that this is all like debate on the whole Floyd in China. Like, everybody wants a piece of the Manny Pacquiao magic. Who do you think Manny's fighting next?
Biggest check offered. Danny Garcia is the easier fight than Mikey. Mikey's a good boxer puncher. Could give Manny trouble on the outside. Danny's throws nothing but left hooks. So Manny would have the advantage with the straight left. I like the Garcia fight. One thing sad about this whole little triangle, Pacquiao, Thurman, Garcia, Mikey, whatever, Danny and Keith Thurman did a unification match, I believe in 2017 or 18. This time we're getting a unification match, same stable, but Spence and Porter. It's why didn't Danny Garcia or Keith Thurman fight Spence to unify if they already fought to unify? It's just weird. These belts are just getting thrown around. Now Pacquiao is a WBA champ, so the next time he fights someone, it will be to probably unify. Hopefully it's against Spence, but who knows? Maybe Spence gets an injury and gives up the title. He'll be fighting fucking Josito Lopez for a unification match.
Yeah, I'm with
you. Very sad. You get what I'm saying, though? Like, if they just unified last year, why aren't the unified champ of that fighting Spence to become 3 belt holders? And then there's only one more belt. That's fucking Terrence Crawford's. Let's get to it. No. You'll fight Porter.
Good job, Andrew.
I know. They fucking suck. I'm gonna keep running into the PBC until their fans say they fucking suck. They suck. And they've ruined.
Don't worry, because they're just gonna go out of business, which will make it all the more easier.
Oh,
for
dude,
us.
I can't wait. I can't wait, bro. They have crippled our sport in many divisions because of this bullshit. I'm over it. I'm so over it. Last night, like you said, bro, seriously, Lee, these guys had the whole fucking boxing world to themselves, basically. Yeah, JoJo fought on Facebook Live. So what? That's what you gave your company? That's what you gave all these people that are paying you? You gave them Culin and Angulo, 2 fighters that have fought in they're both on the backsides of their career. I think both of them took 2-year layoffs also. 2015 to 2018, they have like 1 fight, 2 fights. It's fucking garbage, man. That's your main event?
I agree.
Yeah, my cousin's like, hey, this guy has a good record. Where's he been? At home. He lost and like
collecting a paycheck.
Yeah. The fuck? That's why he has a good record. That's why he's 32-1, because he doesn't fight.
I have a question that I was dying to ask you last week, because Will watches Raider games to know that you're in pain somewhere. So when the Raiders lose, do you just go, that's the fucking Raiders?
Well,
or do you still pull for them?
No, we've averaged 4-12 for the last 15 years. So it's starting to get a lot easier to move on with your Sunday. And I know that's sad to say as a Raider fan, but it's just the honest to God truth.
I'm debating whose slaughter I want to watch in the early game. Cowboys are going to kill the Dolphins.
The Dolphins suck. Fuck them. At least the Raiders try. Hey, look, we came back to KC and didn't let them score in the second half. You know what I mean? Like, at least our defense tightened up a little. The Dolphins
they put their secondary bench in.
It doesn't matter. From the play calling in the first half, they could have kept scoring. Fucking 6 30-yard passes in a row.
Sorry, everyone.
I
was looking at the 10 o'clock schedule, and I'm thinking, do I really want to watch the Raiders versus the Vikings at 10 o'clock? And I thought, that's a tough pill to swallow, bro. That's a tough game. I think the Chiefs-Raven game is the 10 o'clock game, right? That's the game to watch. Those are the 2 best teams right now. I was hoping you were going to make a case for that 10 o'clock game. I think it's going to be all about the Ravens and Chiefs. Am I wrong?
Oh, yeah, but I'm watching the Raiders. They got Raiders over here. You know that.
I know.
Talk about the Chiefs.
I get the.
Fuck Andy Reid. You know, Andy Reid has one of the worst.
There we go.
You know, he has one of the worst titles I've ever seen. The most winningest coach in regular season history. Who the fuck cares about that? That's the list you don't want to be on, Andy Reid. Fuck them. Win a playoff game.
Nice job. Why is everything taking time now to load? Yeah, it's too late for the horn. God damn it. Like I spend millions of dollars to get a T1 line and the whole system shuts down on day 3.
I knew that was coming.
Fuck me. You have no idea how far I melted down on Wednesday when shit hit the... Actually, on Thursday, I did a webinar for work, and then I couldn't record Raymundo. I literally went over to Cox. I'm like, what's the biggest package you guys have? He goes, really? I said, yes. What's the biggest package you have for internet?
No, we have this one, like if you're running a company, I want that one.
I want that one. Yeah. And so what happens on hour number 1 of Fight Net Radio? The whole system shuts down, and I got to reboot it. And like I can't reboot while I'm recording Andrew, because in 20 minutes, I got to watch the Ravens versus Chiefs and the Broncos, the Raiders and Vikings, and I probably have to watch the Broncos and Packers too. There's like 3 games. There's 3 games that I have to watch simultaneously. But I digress. Let's talk about Amir Khan. Start to wrap your show up. Amir Khan's going to fight Kell Brook, Andrew. Aren't you excited?
No, nobody cares. Kell Brook is looking for a bigger paycheck from Bob Arum. I believe that's the only reason why he's flirting with this fight. These two will not fight each other until there's nothing left besides each other. I honestly believe that. This fight is a sell over there in the UK. They don't need it to be big in America to make a few million. So they're going to leave that fight alone until they've done all their avenues elsewhere. There's one avenue left for Kell Brook, and that's Terrence Crawford. They've been talking about this fight for a while. You know it's a numbers game. Kell Brook is going to act like he has other options. Bob really doesn't. We can't say that right now. Terrence Crawford is starting to run thin in the welterweight division on opponents. So they're going to have to throw a heavier number at Kell Brook and get that fight going. And then seriously, Bob Arum's going to have some decision-making on what to do with Terrence Crawford after this Kell Brook fight, because he's starting to run thin, like I said, in the welterweight division.
Hey, everybody, go to fightnetradio.com, click on Facebook, click on one of the links. Also, support LasVegasDiscount.net, LasVegasDiscount.net. If you're going to Vegas for deals that are the best, visit at LasVegasDiscount.net. I hope it's ringing in your head and you all hate it. The last couple of stories are just me and Andrew. I just need some clickbait for the week. But trust me, Andrew's going to go off, so I got the party horn ready. Let's first talk about ranking the best boxing fights for the rest of the year and getting Andrew's feedback on it. This comes to us from our friend Steve Kim. I don't mind Steve Kim. He's okay. He's a cool dude. I want to scroll from the bottom up because he ranked him from 1 to 10, which makes no sense. It's not how you make a list, Steve. I like you, Steve, but you're wrong. Let's start at the bottom of the card. Top 10 list as brought to you by ESPN and Steve Kim of ESPN. Ooh, I didn't know Steve Kim got an ESPN gig, but I digress, Andrew. The number 10 fight he's excited about is Deontay Wilder versus Ortiz.
Hey, look at TBA. What the fuck? That's what I'm talking about.
Are you at least excited about the fight, Andrew?
I'm excited about the date of the fight, because then we can move on to if Fury and him are going to see each other. So no, I'm not really excited about Luis Ortiz getting another title shot. He had his moment. It passed him by. We should have moved on. There's no reason to go back to this. But, I mean, he literally knocked his ass out, and we're doing a rematch.
Number 9. Shakur Stevenson takes on Hoya Gonzalez.
Huh?
Yeah, he's excited about that fight.
Right,
I don't even know who Hoya Gonzalez is.
Just move. I'm not even interested.
The matchup is WBO featherweight, which recently vacated by Oscar Valdez. Stevenson is a 2016 Olympic champ. Gonzalez has, for the most part, flown under the radar since turning pro in 2012, but his recent destruction of Manuel Avila was evident that he is a now bona fide contender. Really?
That sounds like a Bob Arum line, but okay.
Well, okay. Yeah, I agree.
Don't sleep on this fighter. He beat Manuel Avila.
Don't sleep on him. Number 8, which should be the number 1 fight in my opinion. Naoya Inoue takes on Nonito Donaire in Japan, November 7th. I'm excited about this fight.
Power versus power right here, man.
This is just a knockout fight. Somebody's going to drop. That's all this is about. two guys that will stand in front of each other. This is the end of the Super Series, right?
Yep.
All right, Andrew, are you excited about the fight?
Of course. I think we both are. If you're a fan of boxing, you're excited about this fight. This man's called the new baby Mike Tyson. He's going up against one of the hardest hitting flyweights, mini weights, bantamweights, however, whatever the fuck Nonito is down there. What do they call these little men? He's one of the hardest.
He's the Filipino Flash, isn't he?
He's one of the hardest punching little men that ever been in the sport. I honestly believe he had the best left. His left hook should be on the most complete fighter. If you're building a fighter with all the legends, I think it's the left hook of Nonito Donaires that would be on him. That's how much I have in that punch. I have Nonito pulling off the upset. I think Inoue's too young for this. I think he's going to get hit with that left, and he's going to put him to sleep. All right? I do see Nonito Donaire pulling off the upset here.
I see Nonito Donaire getting knocked out and delivering milk with his brother in the future.
I just spit up fucking coffee. Thanks, Lee.
You knew I was going to drop it.
What a dick.
How did you not see that coming down the tracks?
Oh, my God. I'm wiping it up on my boxes.
Backstory, or does the Fight Net family already aware of the story? For those of you who don't know, Nonito Donaire's brother, former fighter, deliver milk at your local 7-Eleven in the Bay Area. Get an autograph while you're there. Number 7 fight that he's excited. Richard Comey versus Teofimo Lopez. Don't sleep on Comey, Andrew. He's an up-and-comer.
With his power, you can't. You know, the power is real. Teofimo Lopez is very young. Late in this fight, it could come up. So, yeah, there's definitely a fight here. It's either the new beginning of a new chapter in our sport with Lopez now becoming a champ and moving on, or he's going to be too young for the moment and Comey stops him late or just stops him, period. So, very good fight here for Lopez.
I feel that since Steve Kim is now ESPN, he's a little more pro Top Rank. I'm just saying. I'm not excited about this fight. Are you?
I wouldn't say I'm staying up the night before. No, sir.
Okay. As compared to Gennady Golovkin's return against Sergey Derevyanchenko.
Why that picture? I don't understand this.
Because they're having a sexual tete-a-tete in that photo.
Right? I don't understand this photo. Okay.
Hey, baby. You look good in that fight. Can I rub my penis against you, Canelo? Looking sexy. For those of you not looking at the video, I highly recommend this will be clipped off and separate. Why did you pick this photo, Steve Kim? Are you secretly into eroticism after fights? Like, this is like some kind of weird kink photo. Canelo, you smell good. I can smell your man juice dripping all over me.
Good.
Well, you know what's going to happen. You're going to get complaints on Monday. What the hell was Lee? Is he, like, gay now? Everybody calm down. I'm not saying that all of my comedy is gold, but all of it is comedy. Are you excited about Gennady Golovkin versus Sergey Derevyanchenko?
What's that? You want my hopefully Golovkin wins. It would really
Are you excited about it? This is the most anticipated fights, Andrew.
Oh,
remember
I guess
the title of this. Look up here. Ranking the best boxing fights for the rest of the year.
It.
This is why boxing is getting an F-, by the way, Andrew, in my scorecard.
Yeah, no, definitely not excited about this fight. This is seriously, isn't this a replacement for a title? Sergey Derevyanchenko, he's not the guy we wanted to see fight Gennady Golovkin for the belt. You ask 100 boxing fans out there, they're not going to say Sergey. All right? So, no. How can you be excited about a fucking replacement?
The number 5 most excited fight that he's excited to see is he's excited. Mr. Steve Kim voted Errol Spence versus Sean Porter. I'm okay with this one. As fights go for the rest of the year, it's not a bad fight. I'm excited to go to the fight.
I'm not happy about it being number 5. It's got to be way high. We're talking about a welterweight unification here. We're talking...
Well, it's a lopsided affair, bro. I
thought they were both champs.
I legit think Sean Porter has 0 shot in this fight.
You know, his power is not that good, right? He doesn't, or how should I say that? He doesn't have the one punch knockout power. he's gonna have to go out Spence for 12 rounds, and I just don't know, man. Spence is a very good boxer puncher, got a lot of power, seeing his record. So I don't know, like that. It's number 5. I'm really excited, interested to see who's above this fight.
Well, of course, it's Alexander
You're right.
versus Artur Beterbiev. I'm telling you.
Yeah, here's the first evidence, Lee, that I just seen with your statement. What the fuck? This is better than the welterweight unification match. All right.
Hey, Steve Kim's getting paid by ESPN
That's
now.
right.
Don't shit on the man.
That's right. I hear you.
Why do you think I'm putting in so much work with Top Rank and ESPN, bro? Trying to get us paid. We're going to be Top Rank all the time. We're going to wear Top Rank T-shirts on the show. We'll have Top Rank shit behind us. I'm all in. Just cut the check, Top Rank. I don't know shit. Look, I'm not going to say that I don't know shit about Alexander. I do, and I like him. But Artur Beterbiev, really?
Yeah.
Talk about an also ran on every card. Number 3, which, by the way, this should be right where it is. Regis Progress versus Josh Taylor is all that and a bucket of extra crispy, in my humble opinion. This is Super Series Junior Welterweight Finals to the tournament. We find out if Regis Progress is the real deal against Josh Taylor. And if he is, everything that everybody says he is, he should knock Josh Taylor the fuck out.
And then it's a real nice start to his career, because once he's done with this World Boxing Series, it does not get easier for him. Think of names Adrian Broner and Mikey Garcia coming right down his pipeline as soon as this thing's over.
No doubt about it. In fact, I would go a step further, Andrew. Because he is independent, there will be a straight up bidding war for Regis Progress the day after he knocks Taylor out.
We got to point out, Prograis, Taylor, Derevchenko. How do you say his name?
Derevchenko,
Golovkin, Inoue, Donaire. Where am I going with this, Lee? Kovalev, Canelo. These are all Dazin, dude. This is all Dazin.
Well, technically Regis at the moment is, but he's a free agent.
No, I hear you on that.
Otto Wallen, right?
I hear you on that.
As an independent.
To watch this fight, one of the best fights this year, you got to go to Dazin.
You got to go to DAZN. DAZN. They don't pay my paychecks yet, so you can say it however you want. Number 2, Canelo Alvarez versus Sergey Kovalev.
What the hell's number 1? What am I missing?
Oh, come on. It's easy what number 1 is, and it is the most anticipated fight. But number 2 is Canelo Alvarez versus Sergey Kovalev. I agree. It is.
Yeah.
Look, it's super intriguing.
Yep.
And I'm really pissed that I'm not going to this fight.
Can you imagine if Canelo starts hanging around on the ropes all tired and shit? Kovalev's going to be dropping them bombs, man.
Kovalev is going to get paid, steal the fight, and walk. Like, Kovalev becomes the hottest guy in boxing if he can beat Canelo.
Well.
So if he can roll back.
I know what it is. My bad. Another Dazin, dude.
Right.
Another Dazin.
Number 1. Ruiz, Joshua. It's the most intriguing fight of the year.
Yep.
Like, let's be perfectly honest.
and then they don't even put Ruiz up there, Lee.
Right. Is that great? I love the fact that he. Shout out to Steve Kim for not even putting Ruiz's photo in.
He's not even Mexican, eh? They fucked up. They
think Mexican, bro. Steve Kim. Shout out to Steve Kim for not putting. Does this make Steve Kim a racist? Is he like anti-Mexican? Should we start that? This is the fight that shocked the world. We are at the rematch. Anthony Joshua is doing all the talking now. Andy Ruiz is eating his way through Southern California inch by inch on his way towards collecting a payday.
And Lee, we all know that Steve Kim threw the PBC a bone with that Wilder-Ortiz rematch. That's a bone, dude. Nobody gives a flying fuck about the guy he knocked out. Hello? There's no anticipation on the guy that got knocked out. Oh, man. I hope Ortiz goes 12 rounds this time.
No, it's pictures of Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Shout out to Steve Kim for shitting on the champ.
Yeah. So yeah, really, the zone is running the sport right now. If you look at this list,
If the fights pay off, if the fights are shitty, then they look bad.
it doesn't matter. To watch the best boxing right now in the sport, you got to get the zone. That's what that article says, and this proves it. You got to get the zone to watch these fights.
But he said that the number 4 fight was Gravinsky and Butterbean. Like, I need ESPN, Andrew, for these fine Archer Butterbean. And wait, he's got 2 of them. Wait, he gives a shout out where it doesn't deserve it. Comey and Teofimo.
Yeah, that's another one. That's a bone. That's a bone.
Those are 2 bones in a top 10, bro.
Yep.
I mean, if you look at the top ranked calendar and I had to pick out, he threw it to Joed as well. So they're throwing a bone to this fight in Pennsylvania for next week, right? I don't agree. Shakur Stevens, Joet Gonzalez, which was on the list. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah. Yes, because you can find records, man. Just because you got 2 undefeated guys doesn't make it a competitive fight. But go ahead, Lee.
I agree. And then on November 2nd, you've got. I can't believe that. What is it? It's going up against this. Like, I don't even know what to discuss. Look at this. Canelo versus Sergey. So I don't know if this is Bob or ESPN being shitty. And worst of all, Andrew, I got to go to this fight and not go to Vegas.
Wait a minute. I'm going to tell you something, though. There's going to be a lot of Mexicans that are already partying with their families because of Saul Alvarez fighting that night.
So having a double card on the same night.
Yeah, this is pretty smart to get Miguel Burchell out there in the homes. ESPN, they know how to promote. They'll get this fight out there. The people will watch it while the undercard is being played on Alvarez versus Kovalev. I'm telling you right now, in the Mexicans fan base, right? Miguel Burchell is going to get more play than Ryan Garcia. Mark my words. Right now, what's hurting Ryan Garcia is his attitude. That's what's hurting him. When the fans that hate Oscar, they're going to do the same with Ryan Garcia, and it's going to be his attitude that puts him over the top where people don't even want to tune in. Miguel Burchell, the real fucking deal. This guy comes to fight. Fans are not stupid. This is a good move by Bob Arum. I see them getting a lot of views because of Canelo later on that night.
I don't find it a good thing, Andrew, because it means I don't get to go to Vegas to cover this fight.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. No, I hear you on that.
So I got to send Rangmundo to this fight, which, by the way, was part of his contract. He's like, where am I staying? You're staying at Motel 6 with your wife. That's what you're getting. Sorry. I don't want to tell him until he's out there. I'm just going to give him an address. We're going to put him in Motel 6 with his wife. Welcome to Fight Net Radio. He listens to this, and he's probably thinking right now, Lee's joking. Lee's not joking.
We got 4 minutes, bro. Let's close it out.
All right, everybody go to fightnetradio.com. Check out our Facebook page. Anthony Chant Bras. Results are updated. Standings are posted. First place this week. Call it beginner's luck. I got first place. Are you shitting me? Hold on. We have to look this up right now. Because I called it. Did I not, Andrew? Did I not do a walk-off? Are you already quitting on me, Andrew?
No, I'm looking.
Look it carefully, Andrew. Who's number 1 this week?
Well, yeah, there's a lot of them.
No. More importantly, who's number 1, Andrew?
Where am I at? I'm number 7. Screw you, Lee.
Andrew, you want me to go back into Fantasy Fight Prediction League where I said I'm going to show up week 1. I'm going to make the prediction.
Yeah, but you're not. Yeah, be number 1.
Walk off.
Be number 1.
I told you I was going to do a walk-off home run.
Be number 1. Right now, you're tied for number 1. You're not.
Bro, are you kidding?
Hey, walk-off means you won the game. You didn't win the game, bro. Win the game.
I've only done this one time.
We'll see you next week.
And I got first place.
Well, then don't lose it. See you next week.
Oh, my God, Andrew. You're not even going to give me any love for
No, you do get love, but you got to come.
More importantly, I beat Vic Darshinian, and that's really what's important.
Fight Net Radio number 1 at the end of this thing, so bring it back.
Oh, my God, that's so great. I beat all the boxing. Like, I beat I'm very happy with this in general because there were a lot of people in this week. But the funniest part of this, for those of you who don't know, and I go to Fantasy Boxing Prediction League and you can see this firsthand. I literally talked shit to Andrew for being in dead last week or whatever it was because he got beat by, you got beat by shitty people. And I said, I'm going to do this for 1 week. I'm going to get first place and then I'm going to quit. So I made my picks. I hit first place, Andrew. I did what I said I would do. I talked the talk. I walked the walk. Did I not?
Yes, you did.
All right, that's just me being shitty. In fact, the funniest part of this is Champ Ross actually going, it's beginner's luck. Bro, that's not even cool. That's not even cool. I said I was going to do it.
You know where you got everyone? I know the fight. It was that Arum? The Arum fight? That upset, dude. That was a prospect who never developed, and he won last night. You picked him on a decision.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good one.
I'm a fucking genius.
Oh, my God.
I'm at least a genius for 1 week, Andrew. Right? All right. Go to fightnetradio.com. Go to Fantasy Boxing Prediction League and check out how awesome I am. Also, check out our fantasy score. Wait, who's in first place in our fantasy football league, Andrew?
I don't even fucking have I haven't even changed my roster, so be quiet.
Oh, you better go right now, because guess what? Would you like to know who's in first place? I'll put it up on the screen and record it just for my own shits and giggles.
Good. I haven't even looked at the thing since we did the draft.
That's because Lee, don't worry, I post it on our timeline all the time. Lee, the Fantasy Football League god, is in first place, and I'm currently going to beat. Oh wait, we're going head to head this week, which means I get to beat the shit out of you. You are next. Oh yeah, you suck.
Oh, dude, I got to get Antonio Brown out of there. Get him out of there, Lee.
You better hurry and go plug somebody else in from the afternoon games. That'll do it for this week. Go to fightnetradio.com. Check out everything. We are online. We are social. We are engaged. Thanks, everybody, for listening.
All right, bro.
Cool. All right, I'll talk to you
very much.
All right, bye.
Fight Night Radio. FightNetRadio.com with Andrew and Lee, talking boxing, combat, sports, comedy, football, and everything kick-ass. All on FightNetRadio.com. Fight Night!